What's up, people? It's Jason here again with another tutorial. This is just something here that I like to do a lot of times when I'm mixing um, and editing and different things like that. I like to take people's tracks and do something completely different with it that they probably didn't even envision. So I'm going to play you part of this song so you can hear it. I'm going to play this part of the hook along with the beat, and then I'm going to show you how a lot of times I manipulate vocals. Um, and I do have auto tune on her voice for this particular singing part, but the way that I did it, and again, I don't have anything bust or anything yet. I'm just doing some small things, but the way that I do it most times is I find out what key the song is in. I put it there. I find out if it's a major or a minor, and then I normally leave the retune speed around 20, um, 20, 25, sometimes 30. Sometimes I can get away with 15 before it starts to give it that um, T-Pain effect. I just use it for a pitch corrector, which it's basically that's what it was used for. As you can see, it's auto tune, pitch correction, and vocal effect. But I normally use it for pitch correcting and smoothing out vocals. So I have that on her vocals. And if you listen to it, you may hear a little bit of the um, T-Pain effect, maybe slightly, but you won't hear it much. I believe I did it to the point where you can't really hear it. But I'll bypass it first, and then I'll go back and I'll play it.
Papa, give it all you got. When it's all said and done, open beat is the rock, yeah. Papa, give it all you got. When it's all said and done, we the cream of the crop, yeah.
Okay, so that's how it sounded without auto tune or with auto tune bypass. So I'm going to put it back on there, and then from here.
Papa, give it all you got. When it's all said and done, open beat is the rock, yeah. Papa, give it all you got. When it's all said and done, we the cream of the crop, yeah.
Okay, so something very simple. But what I'm speaking about when I say manipulating vocals is when people are singing, I'm able to most times go in and add certain things like this.
It is the rock, yeah.
So I like that, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to duplicate that, yeah. And then I'm just going to manipulate the vocal once I get it in place.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Even when I know it's on beat, I still slide it to the left and to the right one time just to make sure, but
yeah. Yeah. Papa, give it all you got.
okay. So it doesn't seem like much, but what I normally do is once I do something like that, I'll go into the pitch folder of the audio suite, pull out the pitch, and then using my knowledge of half steps and whole steps and different things of the scales, I can manipulate her vocal. It may sound a little weird, but then I'll have to tweak it and fine tune it and different things like that and blend it in. So I'll do something like this.
Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Open beat is the rock, yeah. Yeah. Papa, keep it all you got when it's
So something like something so simple like that can add so much more to a song. It's again, it's little things.
Crop, yeah, 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 yeah.
Then I may come in and I'll come into the vocals of the the or the vocals folder of the EQ and Pro Tools, do a telephone effect.
Papa, give it all you got when it's all said and done. Only beat is the rock, yeah, yeah. Papa, give it all you got when it's all said and done. We the cream of the crop, yeah, yeah. Papa, give it all you got when it's all said and done. Only beat is the rock, yeah, yeah. Papa.
Just gonna do this really quick. Now remember I told you in a previous video that when you have the tempo, it'll help out with the actual delays and different things like that for the plugins. So you'll start to see that here. I don't have to touch these knobs at all. Oh, give me 1 second. All right.
Papa, give it all you got when it's all said and done. Open beat is the rock, yeah. Yeah. Papa, give it all you got when it's all said and done. We the cream of the crop, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to leave it on a quarter note. I just went through that just to show you what it could do. And I normally just turn it down. I just wanted to give it a certain effect or a certain vibe. Um,
Papa, give it all you got when it's all said and done. Open beat is the rock, yeah. Yeah. Papa, give it all you got when it's all said and done. We the cream of the crop, yeah. Yeah.
so that's just one way that I manipulate vocals and add a little bit of different flavor to um, the song with just using the vocals. Simple things like that. Um, so I hope this tutorial helps you. Um, Go ahead, if you sing or if you have singing on your hook, just play around with it. Um, See what you can come up with. A lot of these plugins, a lot of people think that, just because you don't have the Waves plugins that you can't do a lot, but uh, you can actually do a lot of things with the stock plugins. I do use some Waves plugins, as you can see here, um, but uh, if you don't know how to use stock plugins, you're not going to know how to use plugins that you have to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars for. So before you invest all of that money into that, learn what these plugins do and learn what you can get out of them. I know plenty of producers who use stock plugins, and their mixes come out sounding better than a lot of people who have Waves and Universal Audio and different plugins like that. So um, go ahead, start manipulating vocals, start adding something to it, start um, producing. learning exactly what a producer does. Learn that and watch how your song turns out from here on out. So again, I'm Jason. Check out the website for other samples of mixes, and I'll talk to y'all at a later date.
Tattoo my face. Ha. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be judged. It's okay to stand out, misfits. Oh, love. Power, give it all you got. When it's all said and done, all we need is the rock. Yeah.